All right, everybody. I'm here with the man, the legend, Jeremy Trainer. Actually, this is his place, and he's my best friend, and he's awesome. And we've been coming out to Jeremy's to do maple syrup now for 3 years. But Jeremy, how long have you been doing it?
You know, I started this with my dad probably 10 years ago, maybe even more than that, 10 to 12 years ago. So quite a while now.
And you start now. The operation that we're going to show everybody, that's not how you started.
No, we had no clue what we were doing when we started. I remember our first year, we literally collected sap out of milk jugs, and we were boiling it in the kitchen on pots and pans, and that we learned very quickly that wasn't a very smart idea. And then we graduated to just like over a little campfire, and just got addicted just being outside, and it was just fun. Very inefficient way of doing it, but over the years, you just kind of learn, and you know, you learn from other people as well, and now we're to the point where we kind of feel like we know what we're doing, but really no one knows what they're doing when it comes to maple syrup. Every year is a little different.
So basically, you have no idea sometimes what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the line, right? No idea.
No idea. So we are out at what's called the Union Hills Sugar Shack. This is Jeremy's place, and we want to give you a tour of the big operation and what we're doing, because this is amazing. So come along, here we go. All right, the first stop that we want to show you is right here. Jeremy, what happens here?
This is where we stack our wood. You need a lot of it when you're making maple syrup.
A lot of wood. How many face cords do you think we go through in a season?
I have no idea.
No idea. And look at this big hog. Check this out. Man, this is the Champion 25 ton. What does it do? It cuts wood. It splits wood for us. So we get the kids on this thing, then we can just stay in there and watch the fire. So yeah, this is where all the wood hangs out, right here. All right, let's go this way. All right, this is the magical place. Come on in here. This is awesome. This is where all the fun hangs out. Jeremy, tell us about this, because you originally, I mean, it was never like this. Like, you did this in the rain, over a little fire, right?
Oh yeah, we had tarps. I remember my dad, we Jimmy rigged our first ever sugar shack with tarps and a ladder, and then we got the bright idea of building this overhang, and this is now our sugar shack.
This is the sugar shack.
Here, where we get, about 25 gallons in this pan. Yep. We can get about 30 to 35 gallons in that pan, so I mean, we can do 50 to 60 gallons in a... You're a sensei. Like, that's why I call you the sensei. You're a master.
The sensei. Here's about how many hours. So let's say yesterday we did 120 gallons. How many hours does it take to boil down 120 gallons of sap?
Well, yesterday it took us about 8 hours, I suppose. You know, this is, we're hobbyists, right? We're not doing this to make money. This is to get together with friends and family. There are people that do this for a living, and man, they have it down to a science with vacuum pumps and all these different things. This is like, I like this because this is the old school way of doing it. We're burning wood, we're sitting around solving the world's problems, and making some awesome maple syrup at the end of the day.
Nice. Now, one of the things we want to introduce you to, it's new this year. It's the board of directors. We got two of them. We got Larry Sturgis, who's with us today. This is my pa, Adam's dad too. This is the number we care about right up there.
This is our very high-tech way of keeping track of how much sap we've boiled. So we have these index cards, and we write down how many gallons that we pour in. And the board of directors, Larry and Greg, really make sure that that number is accurate on a daily basis.
What I love about it, though, is there's like maple syrup apps and all that kind of stuff, and you can track all that stuff, and you can track your cook, and we use no cards. I love it.
No cards.
Like, no cards.
No cards.
Absolutely
awesome.
love it.
So Jeremy, what exactly is this contraption with cinder block and everything?
Yeah, so this is called our heating arch. This is our evaporating pan. And so it's a stainless steel pan, and you want to get kind of a thinner gauge so it heats up a little bit faster and you get a faster boil. But yeah, we literally just use cinder blocks that you can get for really cheap. We fill them with sand, and then on the inside of it we line it with fire bricks so that the cinder blocks don't crack, because they'll crack very easily with the heat. And this one, I've used this system now for 5 years, and maybe at the end of the season you have to kind of replace a block or two, but it works really well. We also turn this into a pizza oven in the summer and the fall. We put a brick top on it, and it's we use it for 2 different purposes. It's a lot of fun.
It's
that way,
awesome.
too.
And we are here with this pot, which I know is a turkey pot, but
Yeah.
what do you call it?
We call it a finishing pot.
It's a finishing pot. So
Yep.
you tapped, when was the first time you tapped trees? Like this year?
About a week ago or so.
About a week ago.
Yep.
So a week ago we tapped, you actually tapped, got about 130 buckets. We've been emptying them. We got about 40 gallons or so that we boiled down
Yep.
to this.
And we're down to about 4 gallons now. So
4
we're
gallons.
really close with the sugar content. This is almost finished. So we're just fine tuning it basically and making sure it's officially syrup before we filter it.
So how do you know when to pull it off and to filter it? Because I have no idea what that contraption is.
So this is a syrup hydrometer. So what we do is we fill this up with hot syrup without burning our fingers. And then we put this in this little cup. And when we see that top red line, which we're getting very close.
It's oh!
So once it starts floating like this, you know you're getting there. So we've got about a few more minutes, and then we're going to be ready to put this to the next step, which is filtering it.
That is awesome. Now, the thing is like, you waft that, it already smells like amazing, pure, 100% organic maple syrup.
Yeah.
So if we were to taste this now, we still wouldn't necessarily know, but that makes it perfect.
Right? So before we bottle it and give it away to friends and family and whatever else
Yep.
we're going to do, we want to make sure it's officially syrup. If you were to bottle it now, it'd be a little bit too liquidy.
Okay.
It still tastes great, but just not quite syrup
Oh
yet.
my God, it smells so good. And the best part is, Adam is in the back getting the filter ready. So once this is done, we're gonna pull it off and we're gonna filter it and bottle it. All right.
All right, Aaron. Kind of hungry. I think it's time for a snack break.
Snack break.
Hey, look what I got!
Hey, look at that.
Our
Some
friends
snack sticks.
from Jacobson Market.
Hey,
sent
what do
us-
we got? What do we got today?
Today we got jalapeno cheddar snack sticks.
Jalapeno
Nice.
cheddar. I'll be interested here
Okay.
because jalapeno cheddar. You know, jalapeno is a difficult one to do because sometimes they can be really too spicy. Or I'm kind of a tough judge for spiciness because I love spice.
Spicier.
Love me some spicy
For me,
stuff.
spicier the better. So here we go.
So, first bite, initial reaction.
All right, go ahead. I can taste the cheddar.
Taste the cheddar.
There's some good cheddar.
Not overbearing though.
Nope. But I got a nice jalapeno right there. So I'm gonna take another bite.
Yeah, and not as much jalapeno. I can taste the jalapeno, but it's not
Yeah.
that much oomph behind it.
You can taste the jalapeno. Definitely taste the cheddar. But here's the deal. I will say that if you are afraid of spice, don't worry about these. They're not spicy at all.
I'd agree. Emery,
Cool.
do you want to try? Come on.
Is there?
You won't. These aren't too hot.
No, they're not hot at all.
I don't taste any.
No. Okay.
No.
So they're really good. Me personally would like a little more spice, but again, I really like spice in it. It's not too spicy. My daughter here is kind of a fan of spice, not overly, and she doesn't think it's too bad. Do you? It's not too bad. Maybe a little spice in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, on the scale, the no idea
Flavor scale.
flavor scale.
No idea flavor scale. We're basing this off of how good of a snack is this for us on the stand, on the boat,
In the turkey
turkey
blind,
maybe doing some mushroom hunting, maple syruping, sitting around a fire.
I would say you can't go wrong with these. But I'm going to give it a 7.6 only because I was expecting more jalapeno. But other than that, these are great.
7.6. I'll go 7.8 because I do like the subtleness of it though too. You know, because this is a whole stick and I'm almost all the way through. It picks up a little bit as you get into the stick.
All right. Go.
Cool. There you go.
All right, everybody. So we just finished it in the finishing pot, and now we have to filter the sap, almost maple syrup, and this is the very last process before we actually bottle it. So Adam, before we had this awesome contraption, what did we do?
Gravity filtering. So
Yeah.
A big pot with cone filters, and you pour it in, and works great early season, but then late season, once you start to get some of the sugar sand in there, the filters clog up really fast. And actually, is probably the most stressful part of maple syruping is filtering.
Yep. So, and then you and Jeremy decided to do something this off season, and that was you went and purchased this. What in the God's name is this? This is awesome.
So this is from CDL Ross Sugar Bush in Cadott, Wisconsin. This is a vacuum filter. I don't know where it was conceived from or how, but it's actually a simple concept. Surprised it didn't come out earlier, but it is perfect for hobbyists like us. Now they claim so. We cheated a little bit. We saved about 4 gallons of syrup from last year that we hadn't quite finished, and we gave it a test run about a month ago, and it worked as advertised. It was absolutely incredible.
So it's not gravity. So
Not gravity.
We hook this little thing up, right? The Vacuum Master 1.5 gallon, 2 horsepower. We hook that up to here.
Hook it up to there. We put this plate there, a couple of filters, a pre-filter and a regular felt filter. Put that in there, and put the hopper right on top, and you clamp that down with these clamps. We will. There are fittings you can get. First off, get a new, brand new vacuum. Use a shop vac, something that's clean, because again, you are around food. You want to make sure everything is clean and sanitary. But they do make fittings. Our fitting is called duct tape. It works really, really good.
Duct tape.
So otherwise, we have the temperature gauge on there. Typically, you want it over 180 degrees. That's why that's important to have, so you can ensure kind of a sanitary seal with your jars and everything like that. So.
All right, and the jars go down here.
Yep, jars go down there. Pour it in here. Turn the vacuum on. Kick the valve open, and it'll just
so the
suck
vacuum sucks it through.
creates a negative
goes
pressure in here.
faster.
Pulls the syrup through the filter. Pulls it down.
So there you go. If you have no idea, that's what it is. All right, let's get some. Let's pour. Let's pour and get it going.
Get it filtered. Here we go.
All right, so there you have it. We are at the end of our season, and here's what we have. We still have about a gallon or two more that we're going to get at their last boil off here. So, but this is it. It was awesome. It was a good one. So, Adam, why don't you share with everybody just kind of what our season was like this year?
Well, all in all, when you look at it, you're looking at number of taps. We had 130 taps out. We're down a little bit from last year, but it was also a little bit slower of a season. It was a short season. I think, gallons per tap. I don't think we had as good of a year as last year, but season will end up being 3 weeks long. And we've pulled the taps, we've cleaned the buckets, all that good stuff. We still have, like Aaron said, maybe about 150 to 200 gallons to still cook down. So we'll finish that up and just kind of clean up the sugar shack, get everything put away and stored, and kind of get prepped for next year already. One thing that we do want to point out, you saw in the video our new equipment here, the vacuum filter. We're not very happy about it.
No,
we've also used traditional gravity filtering with the cones, and we put that away in the attic and then got it out for our last couple batches, and actually that's working better. The gravity filtering is working better than this. This is just plugging up. We can only get maybe 3/4 of a gallon through one filter. I know this year's been a really dirty year for syrup. It is very dark and dirty syrup, but overall we're just not
too happy with how that performed. It did not perform as advertised. So I think we'll be going back to gravity filtering next year.
So you would not right now recommend that?
Not for $600, no. Not for $600 at all. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
So,
but it was still a fun season. I mean,
Yeah.
short, fun. We didn't hit our goal. Like we set
did
out.
not hit the goal.
We didn't hit what we did last year, but it was still good times, good memories. Dad, man, he's the MVP of the year. I think he put in the most time
He had
boiling.
to put in probably 50 hours.
50 hours. He loved it, and
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great time of year. You kick off the spring, the weather starts to get nicer. It's just nice to get back together with people, especially this year, you know, with COVID, everybody getting vaccinated now, and we're able to do it. It feels good. It was a good year.
So there you go. Season 1 of Sap Suckers was awesome. It was a success. And again, thank you so much for watching. And if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. Make sure you like this video and share it with your friends. And even comment down below. Let us know if there's something you want to see us do in the future as well. We'd love for you to comment. So take care, everybody. It was an awesome year, and thanks for joining us. So yeah, okay.
Good talk.
See you out there.